Yeah, welcome back to another episode of Comic Shop Talk. Unfortunately, James Tynion couldn't make it, so we're
Patrick
gonna have
Horvath is here, though.
Patrick Horvath is here. If only. So we're gonna have to postpone the boxing match for next episode, so stay tuned for that. Instead, I'm joined here with Mr. Tyler Wood. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. We're gonna be talking all things Part 2, I think.
What is Part 2?
Who is Part 2? And
Where?
more importantly, why is Part 2?
How is Part 2?
No one asks how
I know, no one
is
does.
Part 2. Why is Part 2 is actually something we do get asked a lot. Like, why the two shops?
People are very confused why there's two comic shops on the same street.
Or my favorite one is there any relation between this shop and the
like
other
how
one?
competitive are, like...
Yeah. But, I mean, pretty much Part 1, if you've been in the shop, which I assume everyone who's listening to this has been, it's very, very tiny. It's very small. We don't have a lot of room, and we have a ton of stuff.
And Part 2 used to be inside, like, everything was in here at one time.
Yeah, everything we have over there was over here, which you can imagine is... It's gonna get crowded, and... I think a lot of the stuff at Part 2, like all the back issue boxes, the dollar boxes, take time to dig through. It would get very crowded very quick. If two people were trying to dig through back issue boxes, dollar boxes, then no one could walk through to get to the manga.
Well, we were able to expand all of that stuff too, because before that there was maybe 12 back issue boxes.
Right.
Now there are almost 50.
Double that.
Yeah. Way more.
Yeah.
So basically, Part 2... was an expansion, and we do all of the buying out of Part 2, so it's all the older stuff, harder to find stuff. There's a lot of markdown stuff too, but try to delineate between the two by Prime or Part 1 is all new releases, and then Part 2 is kind of everything else.
Yeah, and it makes sense too. Like they're very, very different jobs. Over here at Part 1, we do a ton of pre-ordering, making sure all the subscriptions, everything comes in on time. And that's like a full-time job in itself to then try to learn and juggle buying back,
well, and that's also just the schedule of that is totally different, where it's like you guys over here at Prime Part 1, like Monday you do certain things. Tuesday, like not every day, but it's like... Right. Your week is sort of mapped out a little bit, whereas at Part 2 it kind of dictates what people bring to us. We don't know what's coming through the door, and every day can be a new adventure, new surprise.
Yeah, it's a treasure hunt. You never know what's gonna walk in through that door. We also do all the eBay stuff out of Part 2 too, which is completely out of my wheelhouse. We do plenty of online sales over here through Comic Hub, through our website. But the eBay is a whole nother beast. Like, there's so much more focus on condition and communication with the...
Yeah, a lot of messages.
So many messages. Trying to be, as thorough with the descriptions. Every item is pretty much... I mean, I know there are templates that you guys can use, but every item has... Like, you have to manually go through and add it. We're over here, like, it's... very automated. Yeah,
because the way you're ordering stuff, it just gets loaded into the system a lot of times.
Yeah, and over here with like single issues and stuff, we're not as worried about condition. Like, we don't really guarantee condition on new release books. Obviously, we try to send the best that we have, and if something's super completely beat, or like a ratio variant, then that matters a little more. Yeah. We try to make sure everything is like as pristine as possible. But then, we have our dollar books on the website too. And those can oftentimes be super beat just because they get...
people are digging through them. And
Yeah, absolutely. Or maybe we dollar them because of the condition, because they did get hammered, and we're like, okay, well, someone can read them. We have gotten messages, like I remember a long time ago someone bought a couple of dollar books, and some of them were they had some spine dings, some damage, and they messaged us like, "Hey, is there anything you guys can do for me? These are damaged." And I replied like, "Well, they were $1 because of the condition. Like that's what made them $1. Otherwise, it would have been 5, 6, whatever it was." But I thought that was super super funny. I think for the most part, people that sell back to us kind of know what to expect. Like if we value something at whatever it goes
I think
for.
there's kind of two different camps of people that are collectors and are moving on from stuff either because they're done collecting something and they want to collect something else, or they need money, they have financial stuff going on, but the collectors kind of do know what to expect. It's a lot of times the people that either inherit collections or who just come across something at a garage sale and think that they've hit a windfall or something. That's where it's a little. There's another layer to kind of explain how the process works, and all of these comics from the 90s maybe aren't gonna put your family through college and retirement and unfortunately, but
or someone will have a book and it's valued, pretty correctly. Like let's say they have a book worth $200. Sometimes they kind of expect to get $200.
Yeah, or like $180.
Which is
like because we got to make money too. They'll tell us.
But that's not the case. There's a ton of work that goes into selling that book again, and of course, if you sell it yourself, you can get that full $180, $200.
But it depends, because if you're selling it on eBay's taking a fee.
They are.
Then you're at the mercy of the buyer getting it, and if it's damaged or it's not as described, they
you're out
throwing more money at that. So that's the convenience of selling to us, is that you then don't, the deal is done. We don't buy on consignment. We just buy outright.
Right. Which is why we offer a certain
and we try to we're as transparent as we go too. It's not like we're digging through and trying to not
pull a fast
tell you that there's this X book in here and worth whatever, $50, $100. Like we try to be as outlined it as best as we can. Obviously that's harder with bigger collections. If you're bringing thousands of comics, we'll pull the better stuff out, but that's more done bulk wise, just because there's so many books. A lot of them end up in the dollar bin, or we're always trying to build sets too. That's another
and that takes a lot of time. That cuts into the profit of it all too. Just the payroll alone, if it's a larger collection, we have to pay people to look through them, to check them for condition, to make sets, to rebag and board them, and then that costs supplies as well, and space in the retail area, eBay fees, like you said, that we might just have to eat. So all of that chips or cuts into whatever it is that we value the book at. So just wanted to explain why we usually offer a certain percentage for cash or for.
Well, and it depends on the type of books. If it's something that we have a lot of, we can't pay as much for, because we have a bunch of it, and we have so much of it either because the market's shifted and prices have come down, or so those are other factors that we have to kind of consider. But if you're bringing us stuff that we don't have, or we know will sell quick, we want to pay you more for it. We want to be as fair as we can. We want to pay as much as we can for you. We want to we're never trying to pull one over or make a quick buck or whatever.
No, take advantage of anybody.
Yeah.
No, for sure. You came on staff at well after the 2 stores were.
Yeah, Part 2 had been open, I think, for almost a year, or if not a year at that point. That was sort of the shift where I think we were able to do a little bit more online, and we just had more space to organize stuff and build bigger sets and do full runs of things, which that's really been taking off on eBay too, or in the shop. But just we just put a whole bunch of 90s animated comics together, like a whole run of Looney Tunes, a whole run of Ren and Stimpy, and we offer them in store, but then a lot of times those don't sell in the shop, and then so that's the kind of stuff that will then end up on eBay, just to kind of open the market up a little bit. But like that, one of our regulars bought that Ren and Stimpy set, and so that's kind of the fun of it, is putting these bigger sets together where it's like no one's looking for Ren and Stimpy 17.
Yeah.
But if you have 1 through 40 or whatever the run, like that's going to be an easier sell.
And we do have local people that pick them up from eBay, and it's just, I think, like it's easier to view them on eBay. You get to see all the covers.
We can put more pictures up too, and highlight the condition a lot more.
Versus like if you walk in, you just see a brick. Yeah. With like one cover, and you're like, doesn't seem quite as enticing, I think. But yeah, I think it's always so funny whenever we swap people from part 1 to part 2, vice versa. Because it's like a deer in the headlights.
Yeah, fish out of water.
No, people, I don't know, I guess people think that we're able to do both. Like, we're well-versed, but people call me and ask about, like, selling collections, and I'm like, dude, I have no idea. Like, if they're graphic novels, I can do that, but once it starts getting into single issues, key issues and stuff, it's, Ella's outside. Should we let her in? Let in Ella. Ella. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Do you want to jump in?
No. I'm here.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. We're rolling. I'm gonna have to edit this one. Oh no. Yeah, do you want to hop in?
Yeah, I guess it depends on the questions.
Ella's here.
Yeah, I just got back from the post office because we do eBay stuff over at Part 2.
And you just started doing eBay stuff too. That's so fun. You were showing me
eBay Junior.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's overwhelming. I don't know. I look, like, when you were showing me all the listings and stuff, there's so much information that goes into it, and you guys just, like...
I mean, we kind of, now you have it down to a science a little bit, where it's like, if it's a newer sealed toy or something, those are much easier to list. Mm-hmm. But if it's a vintage figure or something, you got to highlight all the imperfections and make sure you're noting everything so that the buyer,
all the close-ups,
when they get it, they're not like, I didn't realize this had paint rub or whatever, like whatever the issue is. So.
And I think Ben has talked about this before on here, on like the first episode, how for bigger books we don't like to put them on eBay often because of that. Well, partially because of that, because of all the little nuances, all the little
specifics
damages.
Of spine wear and pages, like page quality, and and we want the bigger stuff. We want our local community to have first crack at it, because that's honestly, when a collection comes through, the bigger books, the wall books, are the books that are the quicker sells. That's what that's what the majority of collectors are looking for. Are those Grail books, those cool $50 key issues, and those are the things that when you sell a collection, we're looking for those specifically, because that jumps the value of your collection up, but it also is the stuff that attracts customers in, and we want to refresh our wall. And behind the register, if you haven't been into Part 2, we've got a whole giant wall of all of our current selection of key issues, first appearances, and
beautiful. I think when people inherit collections or stumble across, a couple of short boxes, long boxes at a yard sale, and they buy them all, they think it's going to be full of keys, but in reality, the amount of books that are key issues versus the amount of books that have been printed, like there's a very, very, very tiny amount of books that have value when you really look at the grand scheme of things. I've seen you guys process collections, and you just like go through them really, really, really quick, and you're like, yeah, there's nothing here.
Yeah, because I mean, the more collections you look at, the easier it is to kind of tell what's just going to be in the dollar bin, and what's worth pricing as a back issue, or what is a first appearance, or just an iconic cover, or something that will pop on the wall.
Ella, when you started working here, did you think you were gonna be mostly at part 2?
No.
Did you apply to part 1?
I applied for part 1, and
because you're more of a modern collector too. Like
it happened that way because I was looking for more hours, and you guys had posted about you needed help over at part 2, and so I was just like, hey, do you need help? And Ben was like, yeah, and then after Sean left, it turned into, well, like, they need someone to fill that space, and then it just kind of worked out that way. So it's like, it's so different, and working at both stores is such a different mentality, specifically how people collect and what they ask for and how you have to talk to them.
Well, a lot of people here, you're recommending stuff, and they're more just looking for a cool story to read,
for sure.
And part 2, there's a little bit of that, but a lot of times it's just, do you have this specific issue from 1987 Thor, whatever?
Yeah, it's not quite the condition I was looking for.
Yeah, for sure. I'd buy that if it was in better shape.
Yeah.
For the same price, of course.
Of course. No, yeah. That's super. Have you been picking up on? I know you just started doing eBay. Have you been doing or learning about purchasing and evaluating stuff?
A little bit. Like, I know what we offer. And I've been doing a little bit of light pricing on books, and figures, but it's definitely, it takes a lot of time to get up to, like, just knowing, and you just want to be careful, because, like, last week we had this really random, D&D thing come in, and I looked at it, I was like, that's probably $3, and then Ben was like, do you know what that is? I was like, no. He was like, it's the Shambling Mound. It's a vintage D&D toy. And I was like, oh. He was like, it's worth at least $20. I was like,
oh my gosh. Yeah, I miss...
Ben's always going on about the Shambling Mound, so can't get him to shut up about it. So.
He just keeps buying them for his personal collection. Anytime one comes in...
This little PVC thing. Like, that's a nothing. It looks like a man thing, and apparently not.
Every time one comes in, Ben just has a Jackson out ready to go. Let me get it. He has an impressive collection of Shambling Mounds, so yeah.
Yeah, it's a shambling mound of Shambling Mounds.
No, I do kind of miss... I feel like I was kind of picking up on it a little bit when we were doing it over here. Like, I enjoyed looking at stuff and looking over the condition and watching, like, Jake and Ben back then, like, go through and grade stuff on the fly, too. Like, even when we did CGC back then, too, I always thought it was so fascinating to see them ballpark a grade and then come back
to
and
see if it makes sense to grades, because a lot of times if it's like, if it isn't a 9.8 or something, it doesn't make sense book? to grade it.
It's so not worth it. I want to mention the Hello Read event coming up. I know we did an ad roll for that 2 episodes ago, but it's coming up. It's on the 25th, Saturday from...
I think it's 1 to 5.
1 to 5. Over at Flytrap. And we have a bunch of cool local vendors. If you guys need something fun and spooky to do, definitely swing by, check it out. I know, Ella, you're going to be selling some really, really cool art out of there. That's going to be sick. Some shirts. You just did some Transformers stickers for the shop, and they're so sick. People
you.
Love them. I don't know how many people have mentioned they want to get them tattooed.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Someone came in and was like, I need that tattooed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I already got one tattooed.
Yeah.
Right.
I just keep replacing the sticker every single day.
There we go. Or the temporary tattoos.
That would be actually super sick. But yeah, I know Reese is gonna be set up, or she's gonna have stuff set up over there. I think she's working over here, but I think she's gonna be selling her art over there too. And we have a bunch of other cool local.
Trainer will be there.
Yeah, John Trainer, big fan of that guy. Friend of the show. We had him on here, episode 2, I believe. If you haven't checked out his stuff, check it out. Oh, back then I think Want 2 hadn't come out, so it is out now.
That's his self-published.
Yeah, he drew it, he wrote it, he published it, he did everything for that book, and I'm sure you can pick it up at the Hello Read event. Tell him you listened to the show. Tell him you loved this episode. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. And Flytrap is a really, really dope place. I think, did someone mention there's a pumpkin?
There's something happening at the usual event space, so we're across the street. And I believe it's a pumpkin patch or something related.
Sick.
And there's other, it's not just comics too. There's gonna be crafts and other fun vendors and stuff.
A variety of stuff.
Yeah.
I won't be there. Or here.
You'll be at a concert.
I'll be at a concert. I'll be gone. But...
So that's why I have to work on Saturday.
Oh, you have to work on Saturday?
Someone has to work, so...
Call Jake.
I think he's working too.
Is he? Yeah, because I thought he was still on his trip.
Because Ace is running it too, right?
Yeah. Ace will be over there. Reese will be over here. Ella's gonna be over there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be somewhere.
Yeah,
but
I'll read Saturday, October 25th, 1 to 5
at Fly Trap. There's gonna be a food truck. There's gonna be crafts, a tarot card reader, and a bunch of other cool stuff. So check it out if you need something spooky to do. This is it. Fill your October with cool, festive, Halloween-y goodness.
And we still have our spooky recommends for Halloween, too, if you're still looking for some spooky reads.
We ordered the stuff we didn't have. Oh, Ella, do you want to talk about your favorite Halloween-y music? Music. I know you're not super huge on Halloween.
I'm not.
Or, like, horror movies and stuff, but you like a band. You love a band that I think is pretty spooky.
Oh yeah, this is just a plug for Ghost because they're very Halloween-y, and I am working on a Halloween playlist that I'll hopefully be allowed to play on Friday, and it's mostly Ghost. So, yeah. That was just a reason to talk about Ghost.
I love it. Amazing. Do you have any Ghost art that you're going to be selling?
Yes, I will have a good amount of that. I'll have some smaller 4x6.
Like Casper, the friendly ghost, right?
Yeah.
That kind of ghost? Is that what you mean?
Friendly ghosts, just the spooky little wavy guy. Yeah.
A single line.
AI ghost.
No, he has like 5 hands.
They all have the different number of fingers.
Yes, I'll have some fan art there, but I'm also gonna have some original stuff, like with my own characters. But for this event, they're costume characters because it's Halloween themed. Yeah.
Hell yeah! Check it out, guys.
We'll check us out.
See y'all around the shop. See y'all at the Hallow Read event. Y'all better be there because you gotta make up for
your absence.
My absence. All right. Tune in next time where I will be boxing James Tynion and Patrick Horvath. Send us your questions. Bye.